Hello, everyone. I know. I know. Those of you that watch most of my content, this is the third Thanos deck in a row. I'm so sorry. This one just kind of fell into my lap, and it is too good to not feature. This deck has been like a light switch for the meta. This one can address and deal with just about everything that is super unfun or frustrating that I'm seeing in the game commonly right now. So personally, I'm seeing two decks primarily with a few little offshoots here and there, but I'm seeing a lot of discard, Apocalypse, Scorn, discard, and it's very tough to really be able to match that because of how frequently and how consistently they have big power output. This one can address that with the Red Guardian, with a Magneto, with an Goliath, a lot of really good tools to address that deck in particular. And then we also have some Gambit proof with our stones, a lot less likelihood that their Gambit is going to snipe the key resources that we have on the board. And then in addition to that, I'm seeing a lot of like Wiccan, Malekith, Anti-Venom, Luke Cage, Affliction stuff. And this one with the Loki, we can address that very, very heavily. Being able to get an early Loki down gives us a lot of opportunity to draw into the Luke Cage. And if that's not enough, we also have some stones. So if we have 1 or 2 stones in our hand when we drop the Loki, those stones are going to give us those additional draws to make sure or give us a better shot of drawing into the key resources that we need to counter that really frustrating or oppressive deck. And overall, this matches up into just about everything else incredibly well. Arsham, we have the Cassandra Nova. If we are looking at just good raw value, we have Wiccan to help us get the board state in a very full, very healthy, very plump status. And everything else is just good power output consistently throughout the game. I'm going to keep the explanation relatively short. If you don't have Wiccan, you can still probably run this one decently, but you lose a little bit of your like burst potential or capacity. Speed you can definitely replace for another just good value 3 cost. Typically something not like a Sage or not like a Juggernaut that you would want to drop on the last turn, but something that you would want to drop kind of preemptively on turn 3, since we are wanting to like ramp up into our Wiccan. And then Marvel Boy is a great addition, so if you have your stones on the board, he can help you get just that little bit of extra reach. If you don't have him, just do another good value 3 cost and you'll be okay there as well. And then everything else should be pretty decently accessible and works incredibly well together. We're going to go ahead and cut the deck explanation there. Thank you guys, as always, for being here. I hope you guys enjoy. You know what? We're actually just going to do Master Mold rotation, throw in a Shang-Chi. We're going to knock out this monster to the right. And then we can kind of move on from there. It's no longer the threat. Their hand is full. We rotate into the massive Ronin, the Accuser, making them just absolutely... Oh, what a bad top deck from Iron Lad, because the hand is very much full here. So, how do we win left? I'm going to do this... we'll do this. I'm gonna go ahead and rotate the Shadow King just because we can. And then we're gonna change this location. Grandmaster, change this location so they can't try for any kind of Shang-Chi lucky rotations or anything like that. And we'll see from there. Ooh. So Grandmaster is gonna change here. And so Nico with the power-up spell. I don't think it's gonna matter though. So then the Dark Dimension, not a huge location. Let's see what they have for us here. This is going to rotate, so the bonus. Psylocke's not huge for us here. And then just a Ronin. Okay. We don't ever want to do a Misery here, do we? Misery would retrigger Soulstone and Shang-Chi, but... do they have their Shang-Chi on their end? They haven't really been able to draw much. So if they do, we're in trouble. I'm going to go ahead and ship the Thanos to the right. If they try to just do a Shang-Chi here, because they still have to overcome 11 power here, which is pretty detrimental if you're throwing 4 energy onto the Shang-Chi. And so to kind of conserve that, I'm going to do Thanos here. If they do Shang-Chi here, it'll take out this monster, but then this one will be back in its place. So the double drop to the right, the Maximus, and the Sentinel, which is going to add back onto their hand. That's not going to be enough in that right lane. We have the Hood coming down in the left. Doesn't matter what it's going to change into. It's not going to be able to win them the game. We will grab the 4 cubes against Lev. And I've been finding I've enjoyed Loki, especially in Thanos with that extra like draw potential. I've been enjoying Loki a whole lot. So let's go ahead and jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have weather. And whether or not we win will come down to if we can get more points on the board. They are running an Arisham deck, not an Arishanos, but just straight up Arisham, I believe. There's so many cards. I think it's just regular Arisham. We don't have Wiccan. We could do Space Stone, Reality Stone, but I think we're just gonna do Psylocke for now. Odds are we don't draw into Wiccan next turn. That's a 1 out of 11. Really poor odds. But we can do speed plus Space Stone if we don't get Wiccan, and then we're still playing on curve, which will be great for us. And then Aunt May's comes down, so maybe we hit him with one of these. We wouldn't draw off of this, though, and we don't go first. So instead, I'm going to go Space Stone. The left, we're going to go speed into mid, and we'll go from there. Anti-Venom is big. Wow, and that's an Arisham generated Anti-Venom. We do get Wiccan now, and so Wiccan on curve is wicked good. Let's do... Let's do Wiccan into Aunt May's. Then we can adjust and go from there. I also take the Aunt May's. I'm hoping it goes into mid. No, okay. That way it would be protected from the Shang-Chi, but no. They go Storm. And we're gonna rip Storm away, just in case they hit us with the Juggernaut. I'm gonna take this one away. We're gonna do 4. Do we think they do a Juggernaut? Yeah. They could do Legion. This one could be my evil concoction of the lockdown components. So I think we go Marvel Boy, Power Stone. No. Actually, I think it's Marvel Boy, Reality Stone, Cassandra. Actually, we could have done Cassandra first, couldn't we? Oh well. This could be a Legion. If so, it doesn't matter. We're going to win regardless. We probably should have snapped them. Knowing like what... Ooh, big cannonball. Pushing us out of that left lane, which is now in left, or out of the right lane and into the left. Whew. Shang-Chi here is brutal for us, but we do have the Thanos into Power Stone, into Time Stone, wherever those may fall. And we'll gladly take the 1 cube retreat. We should have played it a bit more aggressive, but it's so difficult to kind of gauge when it's okay, when it's not to snap against Arsham, that a lot of times I just let those go passively. We'll take the 1. Let's jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have Dara. And I played against Dara while I was just casually playing the Deadpool's Diner, and I snapped him on turn 1. He gave me the Galactus OK emote. Let's see if he does it again. The reason I snapped on turn 1 before, he's been rocking a discard deck for a few days, and it's very, very strong, but Red Guardian is a great counter tool to it. And so we also started last time with the Mind Stone on 1, which is fantastic for Thanos. So I don't think I'm going to go Loki, knowing that he's been running the discard stuff. We can instead do something like Soul Stone, Space Stone. We don't have any way to clear the raft, and so I don't know if I want to pressure over there or not. I think we're gonna double up in the left, do the single in mid. We have Reality Stone that we can throw into the raft so that we can change it if we're not gonna actually pressure it. And then we find the card that we were looking for in the Red Guardian. Ooh, no, he's running a King Eitri deck. Okay. And so it has to be a Hammer Bros, is what I imagine. We have to see the bros coming down. I actually threw 1 too many stone, so we weren't able to draw this turn, but that's fine. We have speed, we have the Wiccan line, so we're going to have extra energy going into the last few turns. With Nocturne, they're going to be able to make sure that we can't activate Krakoa here. Kind of unfortunate. So instead, 3, 4, 5, 6, I'm just going to pressure Asgard. It's kind of awful, but we're just going to pressure Asgard. Ooh, actually, we can still do Krakoa after this turn. We just do something like, I don't know, Magneto over here. But that would pull Nocturne. We might not get the added benefit of it. We could do Thanos instead. The Jubilee pool is fine. They do get Thor, and so now they can activate King Eitri to make sure that they get that that upside. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. We're going to draw 1 extra card. We're going to draw 2 cards by the end of the game. We're hoping for Power Stone to be able to kind of slingshot that Thanos from 10 to 20 going into next turn. We could also try to do... No, we couldn't hit Red Guardian. That'd be fine. But we have the massive Mockingbird here. The nasty 19 power Mockingbird staring him down. King Eitri with the sweet animation pulling out the Thor hammer. Might be a Thor subject for sure, but also a Thor subject to do something diabolical like Mockingbird, Alioth? Or do we do Alioth left? Do they run Odin? I think is our biggest question. We can always do this. We can pull the Jubilee, the Thor, and dislocate it. Then we have the massive Magneto Mockingbird combo. Is that better than a potential Alioth? I feel like if they do the hammer, they do it here. Like a hammer Odin situation. No, okay, they threw it left. They're throwing it back over to the left. Can we overpower the double trigger in the right lane? No lockjaw? Oh, just lockjaw hammer? Not a solid ender. What do they flip over into here? The blink, but it doesn't blink anything away. We win left, we win mid, and he will take the right lane. We'll grab the 4 cubes. Let's go ahead and jump over into the next. All right, next up we have I Eat Dirt. And the first location is Space Throne. They said they're confident. I almost want to snap back on them because we have a couple of ways to, one, deal with Space Throne, but also we're starting with the Mind Stone, which is beautiful for a Thanos deck. You'll love to see the increased consistency of that piece. Now, I'm not going to make the same mistake I did last time. We could do Time Stone, Soul Stone, get 2 extra draws, but then we're not going to draw going into turn number 3. And so no need to waste the draw of Soul Stone. We can do that next turn. And we're actually kind of hoping for Reality Stone. Rip away Reality. Loki would also be... Oh, Loki, okay. Let's see. We get the Power Stone. Mockingbird is going to be super cheap for us. And then there is a Limbo. All right, so... let's go just... We're just going to show some speed here. With Valentina, I'm expecting Luke Cage, Shadow King, maybe Malekith, maybe Wiccan. And the Copycat. Oh, the Copycat stole away our Wiccan bonus. Oof. Okay. How do we navigate here? With Space Stone, we can always play additional cards in there. We can play Thanos there additionally. Do we want to? No, I don't think we want to Loki this game. I don't think that's the direction we go. I think it's going to be Space Stone, Soul Stone, and then we're looking for the good outcomes. We're hoping for the good outcomes. We have a Shang-Chi primed and ready if they go like Surtur, or if they go Scar or something massive. Marvel Boy is decent. Red Guardian, okay. Ajax. Ooh, maybe we should have... went with Loki. But the hazmat might hurt us. Let's try something silly. I'm gonna go ahead and do Marvel Boy. 3 turns of +3. Pretty nice for a 3 cost. And then we have Magneto that we're gonna be throwing in Space Stone. Ooh, we do get Reality Stone. Wait a minute. So now we have options. We have some mighty good options. We could go Magneto. Try to surprise them with capping out or bringing their copycat over into the Space Throne. Good option. I like it a lot. We could also Thanos, Reality Stone, rip away reality, speed scales by an extra 1. If they don't do anything crazy this turn, if they're just waiting, then we get a lot of benefit here. It could honestly go either way. Playing it a little bit slower could give us an opportunity to Shang-Chi here. We're gonna do the fun play. We're gonna do Thanos. We're gonna do Reality Stone. We're gonna rip away the end of the game and hope for the very best. And since they only played 1 card and played it over to the right, I think we're in a good spot. They are bamboozled by the play. We almost win the right lane with the loot cage being the only thing they throw down there. We have the 20 power Thanos. We have the 16 power mid, and we will grab the 4 cubes against I Eat Dirt. Let's go ahead and jump over into the next one. All right, next up we have a Burnwood, and they should probably see a doctor about that. But we have Reality Stone to change Luke's bar. And so if we aren't able to cheese a card over there, we can at least land a card there with Reality Stone, which is always nice for us. We could do, let's go ahead and do, I'm gonna bounce Psylocke. Maybe we get Wiccan. Who knows? Maybe we get Wiccan. We can also start bouncing Time Stone to get a cheap Thanos, which would be nice. And we get the additional draw every turn as well. And then Death's Domain as well. What a weird set of locations. Just out of the sheer restriction alone, I'm going to snap into it. And the fact that we have Power Stone over here already is nice to see. So... I don't want to do... I don't want to... Just in case we draw Wiccan, I would like to... Yeah, we're just going to do this. Although we probably should have done Red Guardian here, I suppose. In case we draw Wiccan, I want to be able to get the card in play. Ooh, big Gambit. It's a 50-50 between Monster and Power Stone, and I think it's the only time I'm hoping for Monster, but it does hit the Power Stone. That's fine. With our shenanigans that we have here, we are going to be able to land the Red Guardian if we wanted to. Instead, I think we're just going to land the Psylocke. Sounds good to me. Because we're going to draw a card that'll bring us up to 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Psylocke sticks into Luke's bar. We might have to stick something else there, or additionally, whoa, the Bounce of Malekith is an interaction that I haven't seen or I guess thought about. But now we have to worry about whatever this is, Grandmaster, any number of things, honestly. Fine. I'm gonna make Thanos stick in the left, actually. I want that to be the win lane. And then we have Reality Stone to change and steal away Death's Domain. We have Red Guardian if they do, like, I don't know, a Dracula. Let's see what they discard here. Apocalypse, okay. They could potentially get some swarms to land here. Whoa, they throw away Dracula? Bold play, Burnwood. These discard decks have been just haunting my nightmares. So It feels good to be able to have a deck that does pretty well consistently into them. Between the like Red Guardian, the Alioth, the Magneto, we have a lot of key pieces or answers to a lot of those very frustrating problems. So with Proxima here, we know that they can't get anything to stick here. All we have to do is do Reality Stone. And then what? Like a Time Stone. Be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So nothing will stick in Luke's bar, unfortunately. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11-ish. If this is... Oh, man. It could be bad, though, because this could be like Mobius. Not Mobius. This could be Morbius. If it's Morbius, then we're in a lot of trouble. I think we lose if this is Morbius. Whew. Victory. And that's the scariness of Malekith, is that you don't, it's one-sided information. And so one, I'm glad that they did retreat, but had this been Morbius, I don't know that we could have competed, and it would have been a pretty certain loss. We will take the 2 cubes against Burnwood, and that's actually where we're going to go ahead and end the video with a 2-cube retreat. Thank you guys, as always, for continuing to be here and support the content. As always, this has been TLSG. Later, guys.